Hey everyone, this is Vaishnav. He is going to give you a weekly update as usual. This time he has something very interesting only to him, only to Vaishnav. Nisha, I have nothing to say much because he's been watching this market very closely.
And I will be narrating you all the story and he will be just nodding the head. But still, yeah, let's see what happened in crypto Twitter last week. So let's have the headlines from Nisha.
Okay, Vaishnav, here is what happened last week. So we are going to cover 3 different news. The first one is Beeple under scrutiny for alleged Nakamigos market manipulation happened. And the second one is that Pudgy Pencoin's turnaround has also happened. And we are going to cover the most important thing is that how plush toys and smart marketing revived on NFT brand. The third news that we are going to cover is also a question-like thing. How MEV arms race almost halted Arbitrum network and makes a sponsor on L2 Dynamics. So these are the 3 different news that we are going to cover, and let's see what Vaishnav is about to speak.
Thanks for the cover up, Nisha. And so if you see, we have 2 news based out of NFT markets and 1 news based out of Ethereum L2, which is in this podcast we are not covering up much movements in crypto space as general. But if you know, Ethereum is almost nearing its all-time high. We have just left around 1 or 2% movement. What do you say? What do you think?
Ethereum, I don't know, the kind of market sentiments are right now and the last 3 months, the way the candlesticks have been moving, I don't think it would stop anytime soon. Yeah, the uptrend is going to carry on. I think it's going to set an all-time high as Bitcoin has moved. As the gold has moved so high, I think silver also is trying to catch up. Silver of this industry, that's the Ether. I am looking somewhere around 8,000 should be a realistic number. It's possible and doable. But again, market is a cake, then decide where it goes.
I also second that, because if you see Bitcoin and Ethereum dominance chart, it's reversing and we are hitting 3,600, 4,000, 4,500. Everything was a very easy target for it. And even I had some very good trades on that. So I'm pretty sure it would hit $6,000 at the end of this quarter is what I feel so. And let's move on.
And guys, don't take this as their advice. Yeah, it's our personal assumptions. You guys have to look at your technicals and trade accordingly. Right? It's not a professional advice, or we're not telling much on numbers. These are all personal opinions. Disclaimer, very important.
Yeah, always this is non-financial advice, NFA and DYU.
Trade cautiously with your own risk.
Alright. So let's move on to the new segment of the very first one. So in last 2-3 days, what we saw in market is manipulation of Nakamigos, like Beeple and another famous guy they had an AI-generated interview where Beeple was mentioning that
Beeple, B with a B.
Yeah, Beeple. Okay,
it gets confusing like people and Beeple. They sound so similar.
So Beeple, if you don't know, is the guy who sold NFT, like largest NFT in the entire history of NFT trade, basically. He sold it in an auction for $69 million, and this was, I guess, 3-4 years before. So he's well known among the NFT industry. And what the video was mentioning is
the same guy, the Indian guy.
No, the Indian guy bought his NFTs.
What is it?
The creator of the NFT.
He came on last day and he was saying that, there's the Indian guy who made like millions out of crypto.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he bought his Beeple's art.
Okay.
And it was Beeple's first mega art project. And what happened is he was mentioning Nakamigos project as the V0 of CryptoPunks, like version 0 of CryptoPunks. And it was the first inspiration for him. Then was created, CryptoPunks was created, is what he was saying in the video. And this triggered a lot of run in market. Like people were started to buying Nakamigos, thinking that it would pump a lot as people has made this announcement. And people were crazy towards it. The NFT floor almost jumped 160% in average. As you can see in the chart, we will be showing the chart. And pretty good. Then The next day, Beeple comes on camera and he, in a funny way, apologizes that it was a fun stunt, it was just a joke, and why people are reacting so much. So this joke apology has broken the trust in NFT markets, and people are now really thinking of what to believe and what not to. What do you think? Like, in the race of AI and the power of narratives in this market, like if a famous guy, an influential guy just puts one tweet, our best example is Elon Musk. If he puts one coin's tweet, it will pump 20%. So this kind of unhealthy interaction is still occurring in crypto markets, and it's never stopping. Like, would this kind of things would stop, or
It won't stop. No, what else can you analyze on Nakamigos? And unless there's one guy, popular guy is coming on TV or someone and just telling, take this, do this. Apart from that, you don't have any other technical points for you to go through and say, okay, this is a good investment. Is there any comparative chart that these numbers can be compared to something? There's nothing of that sort. There's no index that you can relate to. That asset itself doesn't have a clear-cut chart. When you look at NFTs, I truly don't understand much of NFTs. But what I've been trading, what I've been seeing is you pick up in batches, like a collection of NFTs, and those collections, some might go up, some might go down. But the aggregate of it, if it's positive, okay, the entire thing is positive, you sell it off. Right? There's no that you target only one stock, like you target Ether or Solana, you pick up X number of coins, you wait for some time, you sell it, right? Or you buy more quantities of it. But in NFTs, if you buy one certain NFT in huge quantities, you're definitely under loss. So it's all about collectibles. NFT is defined as collectibles, right? So even when you're investing, it has to be a collective, collective effort in and investing into collectibles, right? So that's something that little goes on my body, but I'm trying to wrap my head around it. NFTs are interesting, but people have to understand the dynamics, the market dynamics of it. Probably, I'm also learning a lot from Vaishnav.
So yeah, moving on, the next segment is Pudgy Penguin's turnaround. Like how Pengu, yeah, Pengu token was released by this group. Pudgy penguins are really cute NFT collection of penguins wearing different types of hats, dresses, and everything based out of a snow theme. And this project was almost at the verge of bankruptcy a year before. Bankruptcy a year before. And the CEO of Pudgy, like Luca, had an idea. Like, he took the IP, like NFTs are all about intellectual properties. So he used that IP to produce soft toys like plushies of penguins to sell in Walmart, Target, and also opened up an Instagram page where they put very wholesome and fun stuff using these penguins as characters. And this boosted their revenue like by huge folds.
So you're basically telling that the penguins were used as mascots.
Yeah.
And the different kind of costumes, the theme of these penguins were like used as mascots. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. So this is like over 1.5 million toys were sold and $50 million of revenue is being projected. So in 2022, almost being in brink of short.
I'm still imagining. I'm sure even our viewers will be imagining. NFTs till date, what I've seen is NFTs exist on our computers. Right?
Yeah.
They're on some website, you see them. Like one of the NFC is the most earliest one that I invested was something called CryptoKitties. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I have heard.
So there are like a lot of kitties. You had to buy kitties.
They were the first NFT in Ethereum.
Yeah. So I bought a lot of Ethereum. I mean, that money I'm still think I can never recover it back. It's all lost forever. Yeah, but the day I was investing, I did not really look at returns. But I at least assumed that it will be stable and I would have what I put in, but it did not. But okay, I entered NFTs through this market. And what I remember is there were crypto kitties. We had to feed them water and this thing day to day. And we also published them on the market. If someone is interested, they buy it. Right? So to my best knowledge, these existed on the internet. But now what you're saying is they've also started doing mascot size physical copies of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something very intriguing. I'm not able to wrap my head around it. I'm still imagining a mascot roaming around in front of Walmart.
Yeah. So that's a Web3 business reimagined into a traditional business, which is good to see, and also good to know that crypto companies are pivoting into the other traditional markets.
Yeah, it's a huge use case, right? I never thought there could be a use case like this. Interesting. It's like avatars of penguin, right?
Yeah. So before moving on to next segment, let's see Rug of the Day covered by Nisha.
So as we have another segment here, that is the Rug of the Day, which is orchestrated by Real Crypto Beast and James Wen Real and Altcoin Gordon. So this new segment, we are going to try it out and let's see how it's going to happen.
The next thing which I am going to cover is about Arbitrum. Arbitrum is an L2 network in Ethereum. Ethereum L2s are for reducing gas. For normal people, it's like Ethereum gas cost before was too heavy.
Now it's cheap on it.
Now it's super cheap. But before, while the cost was heavy, people came up with L2s, layer 2s,
correct,
to take the transactions off the main chain.
Main chain, take it on side chain. Okay.
Yeah, into the side chain and lower the cost.
Anyway, the gas fees has come down, no?
Yeah. Another thing is, even though if the gas fees is come down, Ethereum has only a set limit of transactions. It can only support.
The block size is like that.
Yeah, the gas size, the block size is limited. So you can't, even if the transactions are cheap, you can't just keep on
loading onto that.
Block. You need some L2s which will take on to the load and it will give a compressed version of the transactions into L1.
That's what, I was assuming. More the usage, more the problems come up.
Yes.
More the problems come up, more solutions we'll try to find.
Yes.
Right? I remember the time when there was so much space available, forget on Ethereum, there was no space available on Bitcoin network on each block. Right? You could also put a 1 MB file onto it.
Yes.
I remember one guy, one of my colleague, I would not want to tell his name, but that guy tried to put like 1 MB file onto it. And he said it would have worked, but there was some kind of technical issues. And he did the same project with some other token like Ethereum, Solana, something like that, and it did work. Now, if you try to put any file, it doesn't take it. The network has become strong. It identifies what kind of files are being put, what kind of data is being put into it. Back in those days when the technology was so nascent, no one really bothered. People bother about transaction, gas fee, how much MB we put, side chain, different network, take transactions, load from this network to other network.
Yes.
Right? Now it's become so confusing, but it's so sophisticated. I mean, things happen so quick. Right? Interesting.
And we are covering up a sophisticated case which happened. So there's a guy called Zero something. He is an MEV extractor. It's like minor extractable value. So when you come on blockchains, this is an hidden value in blockchains. You do transactions, but in the chain, when you arrange certain transactions in such a way, there is some hidden value which can be gotten out. It's really a good engineering and technical topic, and these guys earn millions and millions of dollars each day fighting for the MEV opportunities.
Okay.
So blockchain being an open chain, you know what kind of transactions are coming in. So if you just order those in particular way, like if some guy is going to buy a huge volume of coin, what you do is you take that as target and you try to sandwich your own transactions. So what's happening over here?
I can see all stars on Nisha's head.
So what's happening over here? So while you are going to do a huge volume of buy, there's gonna be a slight price bump, right? So what these guys do is they will sandwich their transaction in such a way, they will buy some volume of the token, let the trader buy the token, there will be a rise of value. The slippage cost is for the trader cost. And after the slight price rise, the same attacker will sell at the top.
Okay.
So the price, overall price remains the same,
That's why I'm saying, there is a straightforward way of ascertaining the price of this.
But during the small window of the price action, he will make a net gain. The attacker will make the net gain, and the trader will make a loss covered as slippage. The trader even will not get to know he got to lost money.
Okay.
But invisibly, these attackers will attack you and make you lose money.
So it's like what I'm trying to understand here is like a normal trading setup. So you try to do a quick entry exit into some trade
Before a whale buys in and gets out.
Before
same
that,
thing.
You try to buy, and you keep selling it and try to book a minor micro profit.
Yes.
When you look at your position history and everything, but on the background you have commissions and fees that are not actually considered. Right? And you keep doing it, and actually you're losing money.
That also happens,
Right? Okay.
But centralized things have commissions and all. When you come to L2s and decentralized stuff, the fees are very low actually. So they do get a major advantage to do it. So one person tells his experience, like how he was playing with the Arbitrum nodes. So he used to run nodes for this operation, mining nodes or staking nodes. Each node used to receive random block times. Randomly it used to receive blocks. Then he got to know that they have by default engineered a way, Arbitrum team has engineered a way to send the blocks in random base. So what he started to do is he started to pump his connections up. So instead of one connection to the main server, he had around 50, 100,000 and all. Like this, these guys, like this, there are similar guys who would be hunting for the opportunities. All these guys were fighting for the opportunities with Arbitrum. What happens is, normal user does not even come to know what this is happening in the background, and this chain was almost slowing down. Because of these 5-6 guys attack to get some profits out, the whole chain was slowing down.
Just for 5-6 guys?
Yes.
How small is this network?
That's what, this network is not small, but the mechanisms and when money is involved to game the system, people will game it to such an extent, the network itself is in a danger. So that guy says, we are still in such a brittle way of running L2s and all, and future money can't flow in this. We need to have much more stronger decentralized system. This single guy affected the whole network. Of course. It's what he wanted.
I'm not able to relate to what you're telling exactly of this thing, but I'm able to relate to a similar problem in our normal crypto markets, right? Like now we see people are putting in millions and billions also into Bitcoin and everything. Like back in 2010, 11, people had billions, but they were not ready to put so much money back then because the volatility, the pump and dump used to happen so quick. Like the market was so manipulated because there's so many less number of players in the market. Now, because the number of players in the market has increased manifold, now people are not, and the price being so high, people are not thinking twice before putting in millions of the hard-earned money. Because they know the risk is mitigated because the number of players in the market has increased so much. There is no one single entity or a centralized team or a group of attackers or traders who can manipulate the entire market, right? NFT is probably I mean, I'm not able to relate to the exact thing, but when you compare it to our traditional market, I think it's in that 2010s of Bitcoin Ether, right?
Before saying on another fun segment, Nisha will cover the idea of the day, like moonshot ideas which crypto protocols are raising funds on or working on.
The moonshot idea of the day for this episode is that decentralized telecommunication projects are using unmanned aerial drones in the stratosphere. So they are about to provide wireless services to the users. So the World Mobile is also launching a blockchain-enabled 5G network in which they are going to use drones to enable the connectivity between the users worldwide. So this project is mostly based on hydrogen-powered drones that is going to fly up about 60,000 feet in stratosphere, and they are going to provide a wireless coverage of 15,000 square kilometers per aircraft, so which is about 450 guidable beams. So this is the most important moonshot idea of the day.
So coming back to this, we will show you a photo now. If you see this picture, you will see some famous guys, like there is the thread guy, the not thread guy, there is Adam Ross, and the LA Web Cabal in general. So LA Web Cabal in their natural habitat, what happened is they convinced Adam Ross to sell his 100% of Ethereum while it was at $2,500. And now the price is going around $4,800, and Adam Ross bought some Bitcoins, Ethereum, and some meme, almost shitcoins of those guys. And he is lamenting on stream like,
Are they still alive? Has he kept them alive? Or?
he is alive. So this is what happens when you don't do your own research and take financial.
Even if you have to do your own research, look at this. Bitcoin went up like last 2 years itself, right? Bitcoin has been going up and up and up. And we've been waiting. When will this Ether take off? When will this Solana take off? We have been waiting for it, right? And I mean, people wait. There's a point. I mean, the markets understand this very well. The tipping point, right? Markets understand our traders' patience level even better than the trader himself, right? There are times when market says, I'm just going to fall. It gives those signals. People just send it. I've held on to this for a pretty long time, and nothing is going to come out of this. When you exactly, that is the point. That is your breaking point. The market tests you to that level. It breaks you. And once that happens, it starts going up. And now you're scared to even get into it. You don't know when it's going to crash again, right? I mean, Ether has been on slumber probably for 2 years, 3 years. It did not show any movement, dude. Right? And in fact, Ether, when all the markets were performing good, Ether was just going down. I was stuck in a long position for a long time. And from the point I had gone on long, it just fell half. And from that half again fell half. And when relative to other markets were going well. And of course, I did not get out of the trade. I did average and I got the price low and somehow exited it, fortunately. But there are a lot of people who would have exited the trade, got into different tokens, got stuck there, and that's when Ether starts moving. And that's what is happening right now. I mean, I don't know if they did something or his timing is bad. It just...
But this picture would go into crypto history books, like this would be revisited forever and laughed on forever. So that was a good end to this podcast, and I will be covering up recent ICOs and good reads which happened this weekend, good articles and tweets which I came across. I would be going through them soon.
I hope our viewers have understood what Vaishnav was trying to tell about this NFT, Nakamigos. It's been a while since I heard that name. I mean, they're doing good. I mean, if you're looking at NFTs, I think Nakamigos is something that it's worth a watch. I mean, NFTs need a lot of, my personal opinion. Unlike any other markets, NFTs need a lot of attention, a lot of close watch, because this is not related to any market, it's not pegged to any currency or anything. So wherever we are investing on NFTs, you have to get in depth of that project, what's happening in that space, watch it for a while, speculate it for a while, and that's when your hard-earned money goes into this, right? Like, I hope this podcast gave some insights to NFTs, Nakamigos, and some of the popular NFTs. I mean, if we get good likes, comments from our users, probably we can make more NFT based series, right? Where you can actually have, not me, you can have one more expert who can talk much about NFTs.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
I should catch up with a lot of things that has happened in the space. But NFT is something promising, interesting, and still in its nascent stages. Let's see where it goes.
Yes. That's it for this podcast. Thanks for tuning in, and if you want for us to cover other topics in crypto, drop down in the comments.
Yes.
And
until then, keep watching, keep learning.
Please do like, subscribe, and share this video among your crypto friends. And see you soon.